What's up, everybody? This is your boy Ing Vendetta with episode one of the David Beckham documentary. So I just finished watching that again. As I said in my previous video, I'm not a big fan of soccer per se. And then I gave this. I wanted to watch this so I can learn about the sport. I don't know how I feel about the first episode from the beginning where we see David making honey to the end where we see David speaking about how he likes to clean his kitchen. Um, it does. I don't know. I'm torn between having this legend because David Beckham is a legend. He is known worldwide. He was one of the people that made England such a fan of football. Because yeah, soccer is huge in England, right? So to me, it's insane. You have this legend that's agreeing to do a documentary with you, and he's barely there. And when he's there, I think we have about for an hour we have less than 10 minutes of President David talking about the soccer itself. But in the first episode, you have to build up the who he was. You have to build up his past. We see his father. We see his mother. We see him growing up. We see him being able to shoot at a very high age. We there's so many scenes that I fucking enjoy. Like, for example, when he signed, and we know he signed for the club that his father was a big fan of. To me, it does mean something, It means something because at the end of the day, yes, he's a legend, and yes, the documentary is David Beckham, but he owes everything he has to soccer, so it should be around soccer, right? We're spending, I want to say like a quarter on a match where David got a red flag. So it does feel like the documentary. It's very weird. Um, it's very weirdly set in. There's a line, but since I don't know the guy's career, since I don't really know his since I don't really know his past, it does jump from a event to another event. Um, right? So to me, it's really hard to follow because again, I got ADHD, and without a clear linear path, I tend to go right and raw and left. We had this. They talk about his wife, how she did with her power couple. Talk about his kid, and you do feel bad because you do feel like David. It's this is my first. This is my opinion, my personal opinion. You do feel like he's a follower. He might have some leadership quality, but for example, his wife, she told him she was pregnant, and when the interviewer asked her, "Why did you tell him before is the biggest game of his life?" He didn't know. That's the game he got a red flag at. When his coach he told, "Oh, his head is not in the game." That was before another match, So David let the world affect him, and if you look at athlete, amazing athlete, they're obsessed with training. If you look at Kobe Bryant, people talking shit about Kobe, and he didn't let that affect him. So it does really. I would have preferred a documentary more on David. It's hard to follow, but again, I know nothing about soccer. There's a possibility that the documentary is more for a soccer fan, right? And if you're a soccer fan, all of those events are known fact or are super popular, are a very it's common knowledge, right? That I don't have. There's a lot. There's some good stuff, right? So I did appreciate the fact that we saw him grow up and what it meant for him. I like the fact that he came from next to nothing, right? He came next from nothing. And I thought it was beautiful. It is kind of sad because there's this, and I don't know if they're teasing, I don't know if they're playing, but there's this passive aggressiveness in the relationship. For example, when they interviewed his wife, and his wife, she said, "Me and David, we came from nothing, right?" And then David's like, What car did your father drive?" Right? What car did your father drive? And she's like, "A Rolls Royce." And even in the beginning, when they talk about honey, he wants a name, she wants a name, and he's kind of saying like, "Oh, her name is not good," and then the interviewer, when he says the honey, is like, "Oh, I like that name," and then it's like, "Oh, well, yeah, that name is cool, right?" So there's this weird ambiance. There's this weird like chemistry going on. I know nothing, right? I don't know her. I don't know him, but it did seem weird to me. I haven't been in relationship for as long as they have. I haven't have a girlfriend with whom I had a kid with. right? So there's possibly that again they've been together for so long they can play in their relationship, right? And I don't think any relationship is perfect. I To finish with episode one, I wish it was more about President David. And again, it is cool that we see his past. It is cool that we're seeing where he come from. But you got a living legend with you, right? You got a living legend. I would see a documentary with Mike Tyson, and everybody follows a bit. Um, Mike Tyson was a amazing fighter. He was violent. His boxing was everything. He was a world famous. But if you look at him today, it's like no, I'm not that guy anymore. I don't like that guy. I don't associate with him. So you couldn't do a documentary about his past with him in the present, right? But I don't know. We'll have to see the rest. There's 4 episodes, but so far, I mean, it's a good documentary. But after watching the Tyson Fury documentary, after watching even the McGregor documentary, I prefer that. Um, and yeah, that's basically it. I love you guys. Peace.